Hey everyone, Eric Nelson here once again, and thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. For today, I will be doing a book review, which I will be reviewing Leslie Fears and C.D. Hussey's Villere House, Blood of My Blood. Now, this has just recently been published over a month ago, so not a lot of people may know about this book. However, if that is the case, then I should strongly recommend that everybody get this book, because to me this book sort of reminds me of the lonely um, person who has no personal life, or if he or she has any type of a personal life, it's very minimal. And in this case it's a she, and where she goes to the adventure that will eventually lift up her personal life, and as well as her self-esteem, makes her into a much better person in the end. Or in the case of horror, it may actually do the exact opposite. But I won't reveal that part, because, as you all know by now, I like to do sort of like the back of the book type of review, where you can see the back of the book and read the brief description, and from there you will see if you're interested or not. So hopefully with my review and the reviews on Amazon or Goodreads, you will be interested in this book, because I can't recommend this book enough. A really great book. Now, aside from the other books that I have reviewed, this book has two authors in it, Leslie Fear and C.D. Hussey, and to me it seems like only one person wrote the book, because to me it all seems like one person's vision, and but since they are written by two authors, I think that they worked very well together, because if all their different ideas flowed into this book, I would say that it is a real even balance of talent and ideas. So the main focus of the book centers around a college sophomore by the name of Lottie, who goes to New Orleans for spring break. Now, she can't go to her family's for spring break, because unfortunately she has no family. She was living in foster care for most of her life, and even though she does technically have friends, at least from my point of view, they seem very snotty, and well, they're not mean to her, and they don't pick on her by any means. They just they seem like not even acquaintances. They seem like less than that, sort of like, hey, I know you, how are you? And then just sort of like walk away from you. So then after she goes to New Orleans, she starts to have visions of this one older lady from the 1800s, and even though that she knows that they are only visions in her head, she starts to feel like it's she starts to feel like the older lady in her visions is actually a real person, and is actually trying to communicate with her. And then she meets this one New Orleans native by the name of Xavier, who has sort of like a supernatural family background, even though he's not really into all the supernatural stuff that actually does involve voodoo. Well, soon after they meet, then they start to experience not only the visions that that Lottie was having, but also much more, and all of the voodoo magics starts to appear, and Xavier he tries to protect Lottie from all the supernatural events that happen and that occur. And I'm not going to go into a detail with any of them because, as I said, I think you should read it, because if I were to give anything away, I would ruin great graphic details for all of you. And of course, does Xavier end up uh, getting Lottie at the end? Well, that's another thing I'm going to leave out and have you all read for yourselves. So anyway, as I said, I think that this book truly represents the lonely person who has no life, and when he or she meets up with someone or any event that will likely change their lives, they will come up in the end as a better person or as a worse one. And and that's one of the stories that I really find entertaining, because when someone is a nobody for most of their lives, and then they meet up with something that could change it for better or for worse, it's actually an interesting concept. And as I said, the two writers, Leslie Fear and C.D. Hussey, did a great job of teaming up together to create a fresh yet classical story. So once again, the title of the book is Villere House, Blood of My Blood. You can get it on the Amazon Kindle like I did, or anywhere else, hopefully. And I hope to see you all at the bookstore or the iBookstore.